And a wonderful day all. Yeah, tonight we're gonna try to get through the remaining content for Final Fantasy XIV that's available. Not doing the X's. Um, I may work up to doing the X's just because there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot more in regular. So, yeah, let's drop down into stuff. The first thing we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be visiting the two duties that we have not gone through yet. And I'm hoping that's going to give us enough of a tombstone surplus to get up to 565. Not have the if we can get the tanking ring from one of these, that's going to be a 560 item, and that's going to help considerably. So Smileton and the Stigma Dreamscape. Let's try one. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's been kind of a slow day for me, but got on here and tried to work through getting... I cleared everything to get bonuses. I'll get another bonus from doing that when I unlock these dungeons. Rather, when I've cleared these two dungeons. Oh, I didn't have this weight before. Kind of amusing. There we go. The Stigma Dreamscape. The Stigma Dreamscape. This place reminds me of, no, this is the wrong one. I was thinking of Smelton. My mistake. Alright, we've got our tanking thing. Up. Are progressing. Alright, gathering up the enemies. We're gonna run up to the next group. And activating Holy Sheltron, which will give us heal aggro as well, which is always wonderful if you're a paladin. If you're not a paladin, use your AoEs to just generate threat on these guys. I don't know what I'm saying because I haven't played the other classes yet, the other tanks at this level yet. So, yeah. Do what you do as your tank to gather threat. If you're a paladin, you've got a few tricks to use. Thread on those four, and then coming down here, we're gonna have three though up here. Now I say it's my first time in here, but it's my first time in here on this character. I've played through all of these duties on my main character. Just AoE these guys down. If you're not comfortable pulling both groups, you are more than welcome to just do it one group at a time. Some players will be fancy and not want you to do that, but they want to get through it faster instead of, you know, safer. But these same players don't grasp the concept that if the tank can't tank it, the duties can run longer because people die. Proto Omega. Proto Omega, tank him, face him away from the group. He's gonna do side cannons on one side or the other. Pay attention for those. Move accordingly. It's followed with an animation so it's easier to read. Rear interceptors, he's going to be doing an attack to the front or the rear during that. It'll be front or rear. Just don't want to be standing where they're going to go off. Right, we got the stack, which is also going to be a knockback. We can use your anti-knockback skill there. Move the boss to a place where you can tank it without standing in any of the rings of fire that came from the missile barrage. Alright, for DPS, these missiles are going to come out and target the 2 DPS. When they go off, they are going to leave a small circle on the ground, so it's best not to, you know, drop it where there's going to be people standing, potentially. Stack AoE is different in that it has the knockback effect with it. So if you get knocked back into these, into the edge, it's not instant death, but you take considerable amount of damage while in there. Side cannons again, dodge out of them. Guided missile again, this one is going to be combined with, chemical missiles, which are going to leave fire on the ground. So, you want to drop the fire someplace safe. Get back. Make sure you've got some wiggle room when you get knocked back. Even with arm's length, I got knocked back. So arm's length does not protect against the knockback there. Tank Buster. Pop a minor cooldown for it. And that is that. Next section. Alright, so these groups, you just pull them together, DPS them down, use minor cooldowns if you need to. Dodge out of the AoEs if you see them. I've been finding that it's, at higher levels, it's more and more difficult to see when an AoE is coming because of all of the the graphics, the particle effects. Second chest, well, the first chest that you come across is usually just a materia. Look for the trash. They just pop cooldowns, dodge the AoEs. Do what you can to beat them down. If you need to heal yourself, heal yourself. Wait. Mastering of Slaying. Right, we are at the second boss. The Arc Lambda. Tank Buster right off the bat. You can tank him in the middle. Auto assault cannon. So he's going to go around a few times. And then where he stops, that is where you want to basically be standing, because he's going to hit the entire area with an AoE. So just watch the pattern that he's going for, and you can usually predict where he's going to end up after his third path. With enough time in this fight, pretty sure you'll be able to predict where he's going to go. What are you doing right there? No, no. Going to get yourself killed. So for that one, it goes off in sequential of 1, 2, 3, and 4 down the stream, and he shoots a laser off in those directions. So you don't want to be standing on anybody for that. And the person marked with 3 decided they wanted to stand right next to me. Alright. The first one to go off, and rush over to this end. So yeah, he might do that attack again before we kill him. I'll be able to point it out a little bit better, I think. But you'll get marked with a number, and there will be corresponding numbers down the middle of the path, and you do not want to be... See, I'm one again. I am trying to get out of the way of anybody else. You don't have to stand next to your number, you just have to stand in a spot where you're not going to hit anybody else. And, you know, God... Because of positioning, somebody got bent out of shape at me because I was not standing next to the number when I couldn't have run to the number. I was 4 and I was up by 1, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to be as far away from other people, and then somebody started shadowing me. It's like, get away from me? Going to get yourself killed. Well, they got me killed. So just make sure you're standing someplace where you're not going to hit anybody else. Alright, got this. Got the 2 hybrid dragons and the invaders. Try to heal yourself as best you can. Cooldowns as needed. And there was a new release of OBS this past week, and I don't know if the sound's going to be working right. It's not reacting like it normally does, so we will find out. I hope I don't have to re-record all this. If I do, I do. Once again, I'm going to say, do not run ahead of the Even if you know the dungeon, it just makes picking up the ads that much more difficult. The easier you can make the dungeon for everyone involved, better. You might ask, why don't I pop sprint? I like using sprint situational because I don't like needing it and having it down. Okay, I've added a lag spike there. Alright, one thing to be noted about dungeons, you do not get you don't get a bonus piece of loot at the end. These 3 level 90 dungeons are going to all drop accessories because you've got the armor for being your class. You're going to wait for the healer. They're viewing a cutscene. Alright, this boss sits right there. First thing he's going to do, AI Takeover, which is going to summon another Omega behind us. And first thing it's going to do is do the Protowave Cannon, which is either left or right. So be there appropriately. Next thing the boss is going to do, going to summon a dragon on either the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Alright, it's dropping on the left-hand side, so you want to run over and be standing right next to the boss, or next to the dragon, because it's going to do a breath attack. Alright, back on the boss. Summons fists. You don't want to be standing in the line of any of the fists. Alright, for this one, want to back away from it. When it goes into like the hourglass shape, back away from it. Gonna do another one. Like that. When it's a ring, crackles electricity around, stand in the spot. Those pretty much are the mechanics, and now from this point forward, they're going to be... Oh, my mistake, there's one more, the mind hack. You're going to run a certain direction, forward, left, right, or back, and you want to be standing someplace appropriate for when it goes off, so you do not get hit by the AoE. In that instance, I had run forward, was the ring, So I adjusted myself to where I would run into where I'd be safe. Now it's going to run through the various forms. We got the Rocket Punch coming. And we've got an Omega. It's doing its left-hand side. Now you want to destroy these before they start casting and finishing their countdown, because they will explode. Haven't seen what the explosion does yet, but I'm pretty sure it's massive damage. We got a forward march, and we've got the ring again. So be sure to remember what direction you're being sent into. Alright, we got the AI takeover happening again. That's going to bring us a dragon. And the fists. So move accordingly. Once the dragon is down, yeah, self-destruct starts getting cast. Dragon is down. We're not going to get the next mechanic before it's dead. So, that is the Stigma Dreamscape. Spending. Don't need the ear. We need the actual finger ring. What we are going to do, leave this. We're going to grab our new shield, 570 shield. We're going to complete the quest. Forget that some of these send you directly back to the location that you picked up the quest from. So something interesting that we were having a conversation, my free company. So one of my videos, someone that plays White Mage came in and was defending casting Holy. And anybody that's seen my videos knows that I am not a fan of Holy. And aside from, my own personal problems with it, the biggest problem that comes in is it teaches laziness for a lot of tanks. It teaches bad cooldown management. Because if most of the things... If you use your cooldowns on a normal schedule, the Holy is going to screw up your cooldowns. If you know that you're going to be having the Holy Bombs, you can try to mitigate, but usually the healer doesn't start casting heals immediately. They keep casting Holy after the stun wears off, and where the tank is going to continuously take damage. Anyways, so that is one of the issues that came up. It teaches bad habits for pretty much everybody involved, because it's like, oh, you don't have to worry about dodging mechanics, you don't have to worry about all this stuff because everything is stunned. And the other thing, of course, for me is I like being able to stun the enemies. Like being able to say, no, you're not going to be casting that AoE or whatever. And if there's the stun build-up, or stun resistance built up, then you're going to be having... You're going to be eating that AoE if you try to stun it, and there's resistance built up. Now, some white mages I've seen will do it twice and then start healing, and I'm all for that. If you can just drop 2 holies and then start doing the other DPS and heals, by all means, do that, because it still lets the tanks stun if need be. But, yeah. You get into bad habits. Hard to break out of them. Alright, so we're gonna grab the shield. Get us up 63. Yep. Now if we can get the ring, that should help considerably, and I can grab a piece of armor over here to get it up to 5, so we can actually go in and do the raids. Because if we come over to the raids Endwalker, average item level 565. Now after I get in there, I'm probably going to go for, like hands, feet first. The second week for the raid being open, so you got people in there going after their loot. Not as determined, because if it were yesterday, you'd have a lot of people trying to get their pieces last minute. But there are 8 drops now instead of 4 per run, so it's easier to get the drops that you want every week. Now, as everything sits, we're doing fairly well. Fairly well indeed. New shield. Yeah, it was. Build additional sense. Suppose it is. Right shield do not need to have additional kite look. Have to have the pointed bottom, which can also be used offensively. The shield is sturdy enough. So after I finish up all these things, I do not know what I'm going to be doing next. I'm considering going through and playing some of the other classes and see, but just learning the nuance again, because the classes have changed considerably since I really last played them. Yeah, I leveled them up on my main character in Shadowbringers, and I've got Archer, Machinist, Dancer, and Rogue at 90 on my main character right now. Dexterity-based damage dealers. Just so that I can store up the inventory space. Considering doing the tanks next, then holding off on Sage and the other. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. New duty. Smileton. Welcome to the duty that Looks like it jumped out of MC Escher's head. Now the nice thing about dungeons, the other level 90 dungeons, aside from the story one, is in this place they're easier. And it's not just because of the gear, it is the mechanics are easier than the story for a lot of the fights. So yes, welcome to MC Escher's dungeon. So I kind of would have liked it if we had actually changed planes instead of everything being the same XY axis. XYZ axis, say. Alright, grab the first group. Grab the second group, toss a Pulley Sheltron to defend against some of the attacks, and get some minor healing on ourselves. And hope that the lag doesn't kill us. I don't know what's causing the lag for me. I think later this week I'm going to try to upgrade my... That is what happens when a healer is too intent on DPSing instead of healing. I know sages heal via dealing damage, but from what I've witnessed, it's been closer to regen level of health regained that way. So it's best to focus on healing, especially if the tank is below half health. Alright. I think me using my oh crap button, Hallowed Ground, gave them a false sense of security on being able to heal me. Alright, for this trash, you just have a bunch of AoEs to dodge out of. Nothing major. Focus on DPSing down and maintaining threat. So maintaining threat these days is not really an issue. You know, I may have to play Sage just to understand better what's going on. Alright. Base. So, in this fight, pay attention to the sides. You've got left, you've got right. You've got lines of fire. So, lines of fire is going to put an ground AoE between the lines. When that goes out, you're going to be hit with smiley face or angry face. Now, you don't want to be hit with the same one twice in a row. So I move to an angry spot so I'll get hit with angry face. Frowny face. Okay. You got a knockback effect called Get Off My Lawn. Knocks you back one row. So, an experienced player is going to be able to see how that works. So he just flipped the heads. They are now going to be the opposite of what they were before. We got the knockback effect happening as well. So make sure that you're standing in an appropriate location to get hit with whatever you're going to get hit with. Side down again. Lines of fire. So now we have a targeted AoE on us. Same time. My lawn is going off. Make sure you're in a spot where you're going to be knocked into a row where you don't take the extra damage. If you get up to 2 stacks, you're going to be taking a lot of extra damage. 3 stacks is death at this level. At this item level, I should say. Emperor's Flare, that might kill some people. Heal out onto the healer. Upside down again. Now, it's not going to always flip the same ones, because the one on the left has been a frowny face for a lot. We don't have the knockback on this one because we've got the rings around us. We're good. That's a fire. Okay. Get knocked, and then we've got... It's just a matter of matching the patterns on the sides. Comes the tank buster. Pop a couple cooldowns so I don't die. Emperor's Flare. Heal on that character. And the boss is down. Necklace offending. Give us the ring offending, please. Alright. I love that. Alright, so establish threat on these guys and then keep running. Pay attention to any AoEs that are possibly going to go out. Keep track of various skills and bring everything down. This dungeon must have been both a fun design and potentially very annoying design. Not everybody can think or see things in this way. Establish the threat. Shelter on up as soon as you can. Pop your other cooldown. Right. Okay, that was... The healer just hit rescue on me. I think they were freaking out and spamming buttons. misclicked a couple times. Alright. Alright. Second boss, the Frameworker. This boss is extremely simple in its mechanics. I have not tanked it yet. Circular Saw is raid-wide damage. Everyone takes damage. Leap forward. So, going to leap forward, and I should not have been hit by that because I was not paying attention. So he's going to do the leap forward. From every point on, is going to transfer the power to his little bunny friends. So they do a leap forward, they both leap forward, and then they just disappear. When I say this is an extremely simple fight, it is. We've got the omnidimensional onslaught, which is four-way attack, and then a second four-way attack covering the entire map. Alright. So they will change directions throughout the fight, but they will always jump forward, and they do a ring attack. So, very easy to predict where they're going to attack next. Move the boss around. Need be. Boss is going to do a leap forward himself. They return back to the normal spot, which means we are going to run over here. We do not get hit by it. We're going to have the omnidirectional onslaught again. And I moved too early. That's okay. So the Frameworker is a very simple fight. Considering a lot of the other fights that we've had in this expansion, this is an easy one. Bracelet of Aiming. Boss in the distance there. Okay, get your cooldowns up. The initial part of the tanking. Dodge out of the ground AoEs that here. Treasure coffer, somebody's grabbing it. Necklace of Healing, which we already have. Establishing threat and running on to the next two enemies. 3 enemies. Weeper is the most dangerous out of all these. But it's still easy to take out. and I ran back into the AoE. One disappear, and I thought it was the other one. That's on me. I do appreciate that, you know, actual mobs will do boss mechanic type attacks. It lets you learn without actually fighting the bosses. Last bracelet of healing. Got one more chance for the ring. And be on last boss. Wait for the Reaper to get out of the cutscene. You're fighting the big cheese. A fun boss, a little bit to pay attention to with this one. It's a lot of paying attention, really. Explosive distribution. Got these two crates that are going to appear. Then you see more arrows, less arrows. This one's going to move farther than that one. And then they explode when they get to their terminal point. Tank Buster, piercing missile. Why am I zoomed in so much? Okay, dispense explosives. Boss is going to summon explosives. If you get too close to them, they will explode. You got to pay attention to the direction on this one. It's only going to go down all the way. The other one doesn't travel as far. They go off. Can't move over yet. You have to wait for these mines to go off by themselves. Then you can move back. New mechanic being introduced. Right disassembler. So it's going to be doing an AoE on the right hand side. You want to move accordingly with the bombs and the disassembler side. Remember, it's going to be mirrored. So right is going to be your left. Right, we got bombs going there. Got the slow one, so we want to move all the way back here. Oh, somebody blew up. Somebody ran over the mine. Toss up Divine Veil. Get a minor shield for everybody. Left disassembler. Meaning we are going to have to move immediately after the bombs go off. Alright, so the big cheese, relatively simple boss. Just pay attention to what the boss is doing, where the bombs are going to be going, and where the landmines are. If you die, don't feel bad. It happens to all of us because we forget mechanics. Or we think that one is going to be happening. Nope. Can't always move after the explosives go off. Alright. There we go. And it's an earring of healing. We'll wait for Right. Well, we'll see if we've got enough. Great. If not, not as good, but getting tossed out where the quest is supposed to drop us. We'll complete the quest and then go back and buy the items. I stand corrected. That one did not kick us out where the quest ended. So, 220. That is not enough to buy anything. So we are going to have to run another run tonight. But the good news is we get expert, we get the bonus, so it's going to be 160 total. Possibly 200. Fingers crossed for there being a new player. We're back in the Stigma Dreamscape. No new player. So, got about 6 more chances to get the ring. We'll guarantee that we get into the, guarantee that we get into the next dungeon. So this is just gonna be dungeon for fun. No explanations this time around. So I find when I explain the fights, I do better in the fights. I'm actively paying attention and trying to explain them. And we had another lag spike. Wonder where all the bandwidth problems are coming from. These 3 coming out. So far, in all my dungeons, from what I've seen, I seem to be the only tank that uses Holy Circle when pulling. I'm wondering a little bit about that. Oh, hello again. Proto. You're gonna do half this. Yep, you're doing right half. Right, so this group is gonna make forward interceptors. Run behind. Got the fire coming out. Dodge the fire over here. the boss. Back to the middle. Guided missiles coming out. Go after the DPS. And explode. Got this again. Yeah, arm's length does not prevent you from being knocked back by that skill. Side cannons again. Guided missiles. Got the fire dropping again. Oh, drop that over at the edge. Whoever gets targeted with the boom. And return the boss to a position where people can stand behind it. Forward interceptors, get out from in front of the boss. Necklace of casting. Welcome in, fan. Or ulti. You doing today? Just running through to get tomestones right now. Video editing. Always a good thing to be doing. Glad to hear you're doing good. I am gathering up hopefully enough materials to be able to gain access to the new raids. If I don't get it after this run, I'm not going to be doing it tonight. But I think that I will get it after this run. This run is going to give me 160 stones. I'm at 235. I'm really hoping it drops the ring that I need. One of the things that it has is item level for your character. I'm at 563. I need to be 565 to get into the raids. And the level 90 dungeons are the only place that will drop the ring that I need. They drop the tomestones, and there's just way too many, things are expensive with the tomestones. You get 80 per run. If it's your first random of the day for the level range, then you get an additional 80. If there's a new player in the dungeon, a first timer in the dungeon, you get a bonus, which is 40. Sadly, there were no newcomers in this run. So, Yeah, I'm just running this, hoping that the tank ring is in that chest right there. Because if I get the tank ring, it's going to replace the 548 that I've got and raise me up just 1 point. And buying one more piece over here is going to raise me up 1 more point as well. Though I could buy the sword, which would be helpful as well. Everybody's here. The Arch Lambda. Or the Arc Lambda. However you want to pronounce it. Right. That rushes. Okay, so based upon that, whatever direction he rushes, it's going to be to the left of the boss. If that holds up. The only one over here. Gonna rush down here, shoot a laser. Like so. Deal massive damage to everybody else. Because I'm the tank. Haha, you can't hurt me. I kind of started doing that with my YouTube stuff. So yeah, we should be... No? Not based off the first one, it's always based off the second one. Okay. So with my YouTube stuff, after tonight I'm gonna be video 180, I think. 179, 180 is where I'm at with the videos that I've made for Final Fantasy XIV. Closer to 220 though, because I've got the long plays in there as well. And I'm actually really happy. When I checked today, I was up to 98 subscribers. 2 more and I might be able to get the name for my channel, actually, the link appropriate. Alright, give me the Ring of Fending. Bracelet of Healing. You're not listening to me. Really just want to, get a video of that. Holy Sheltron is up. Heal is still going. Get a couple shield lobs out. Reckless Ska. Holy Circle. One more Holy Circle, and then we do our big damage dealer. Get that up, get Sheltron again. And lag hits me again. Treasure coffer. Earring of casting. Okay. Alright. Spread established on everything. Popping a few cooldowns. Because I lost count. Don't get our massive damage. See, right here, I would... Oh, I can stun a few of them. Looks like it was only one holy. I appreciate this healer. So... something funny I was thinking of. You're playing a game like this, and you're of celebrity status, you know, like, that Henry Cavill plays... Am I thinking of the right person? The guy that plays The Witcher. He's a gamer. He almost lost the role of Superman because he was gaming when he got the call. He didn't want to go away from what was going on. But, no, he could literally name a character after himself, and nobody would believe it was him. They'd just think, oh, you're just a fan. Even if he was in voice chat with these people, and able to mimic the voices of the various characters he does, nobody would believe him. So, I do really like the idea that, you know, even in a game like this, you can have some anonymity. I find it kind of funny that that more than likely would be the case. Okay, that's a runaway. That is the opposite of runaway, that is a hug the boss. Right. Blind hack, we get to run in a specific direction. Oh, we got the ring. Oh, here we're... Doesn't always send you in the same direction, guys. You can make you run left, you can make you run right. Multi-AI takeover. Fists. Rocket punch. And Proto Omega. Mind hack again. Left face. Oh, it's do not stand next to, so we can go like this. We're gonna run to the left. Fists come out again. We're gonna get a dragon. Alright, so please, game, give me what I need. Give me the ring. It's gonna kill them. Oh. I was thinking I was gonna need to... I forgot that heals are also affected by Requiescat. Fists are out. If somebody did the limit break on the boss, we'd be dead. Mind hack again. And a lag spike. Here we go. Okay, can get it. Oh well. Let's see. Let's see. Right, so we got 160. Meaning we can get the weapon. Possibility. I'm gonna go for the weapon right now. I'm hoping that this is going to just... Nope. Not in the slightest. Let's go and check the market boards. I don't think there's any gear that's available that is higher. But it's worth checking out. Going to Old Charlian. Have any gear. I do not feel like painting dungeons just to get enough to do that tonight. Other option doing hunts. But I will be back on Thursday with the raids. So, sorry for the short stream, was hoping it would be longer, but I mean, I already went through all the bonuses. I even went to main scenario, which takes forever. And I think that's the reason why I don't want to do the go through and run the level 90s again. Crit level. I've gone through, got the 2 video, third one there, and so yeah, almost 10 dungeon runs today. 3 on stream. Just to get the items to hopefully get up. If we had gotten the ring, we'd be doing this. Got the new sword. Actually looks kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of the sword from Thundercats. But, yeah, sorry for the short stream tonight. I will be back on Thursday. And we will get through the, the Pandemonium. First 4 stages of Pandemonium. And, yeah. It'll be fun. So, Ulti, are you just doing the video editing tonight? Or are you planning on doing some other stuff? Okay. Well, I'm going to be doing that immediately after because I got 2 videos to upload tonight that ideally should have been done last week, and Thursday the raid videos will be up, and then I can go back to doing random content again for a bit. So, I will reach out to you on Discord. By the way, I've got a Discord if anybody wants to join. Have a wonderful night, everybody.